extremely loud in my ears. Oh my god. Let me see. Let me take a let's see here. Turn that down a little bit. Just filling up some audio because that was like blaring. Or sorry, I'm gonna go deaf before I'm like 40. So yeah, I am playing Sonic CD, but this is no ordinary Sonic CD. This is I believe it was the PC decompilation with a couple mods kind of thrown in. Just, just to enhance the experience. Just a tad, just a smidge. This probably won't even be like a long stream, maybe like a little over an hour, so. As you can see, I very enjoy this. I enjoyed this game very much. It's one of my favorites in the... I don't know, would I say it's one of my favorites? I mean, judging by this, it most likely is, but... Gameplay-wise, it's maybe a little under... I don't know, maybe on par with 2? I mean, I can talk about this while playing, so I'm gonna just start it up. Of course, we're gonna play Sonic. I just had to let that play out. I love that intro so much. Just, it's just so cool, man. That the animation and the music definitely incorporates what Sonic was about, like back then. Even incorporates what like he means now. Just, it's just so dang cool, man. Let's see. Sign, just gonna time travel. Yeah, I am using a mod that kind of like modifies time travel, makes it a little more refined, a little more just better overall. Of course, I will be going after like, you know, the good future, all the good futures in the zone. It's also something else I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and get every Metal Sonic hologram. I've never done that before in a playthrough. I kind of want to try it out in this one. So I think I already got the first one down. the special stage. We're off to a pretty grand start. But I will say, probably my least favorite thing about this game is the special stages. I'm not good at them. They're just, my depth perception is terrible. Fortunately, these first ones are pretty easy. I already even got it. I wasn't even paying attention halfway. I was just kinda in the zone. Time stone, 1 down. Like 6 more to go. Hold on a second. Alright, let's go. So yeah, the name of the game is just time travel, trying to get to the past in every level, get all the, you know, generators. And just try to get a good future for a good old little planet. Let's see.
I have arrived.
Oh hi, you're just in time. I'm on Polymetry Panic 2, Act 2, Verse 2.
Which future? Or if any?
Well, I'm in the past right now. I'm trying to get the generators and enough rings for the special stage. And I'm also going after every Metal Sonic hologram, which I've never done in a playthrough.
Oh, nice.
Yep,
That ends up making more. My bad.
Oh, I was just. Alright, I keep hitting the spring. You were saying?
That ends up making more animals appear around you once you do that.
The wildlife can frolic and be at peace. Speaking of, I think the next one's right here. So that's fun.
Apparently, Eggman didn't make the robot generators.
Really? Where'd they come from, I wonder?
Yeah, that's the thing, is I was looking it up the other day and it was mysteriously said that Eggman did not make the robotic generators. I don't know why.
It's a mysterious place, this little planet.
Also known as Miracle Planet if you looked at Sonic the Comic.
Oh yes. And it's gonna be a miracle if I can get these special stages without too much hassle. As much as I play this game, I stumble and fumble, and it makes me cry. I say that as I like almost do this flawlessly. But this is only the second one, you know, as they go on, they get more and more, you know, painful. Yeah.
Typical in Sonic tradition, it's normally by the 3rd or 4th stage where the difficulty just takes the whole entire spike.
Yeah, and this one I think it's like the 4th or 5th one that just starts like kicking me in my face. Yes.
Happy birthday to Metal Sonic and Amy.
Yeah, happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday in the chat.
Hey, Verbos.
Give them your well wishes. Is that the Verbos? Oh my god, it's a real party. I hope my audio is like okay. 'Cause, if not, then I'll cry.
That would be awkward. But yeah. I really wish that Amy was playable in the original Sonic CD, because I feel like that would have like changed how people honestly saw her. Like, it's kind of crazy. Because someone broke it down, where we had like seven, I think around like seven male playable protagonists all throughout the classic games, and it wasn't until 1998 until a female protagonist was playable.
Yeah, when they made that jump to the third dimension in Adventure.
Kind of interesting because like in the early 2000s, like the early well the late 90s to early 2000s, that's when they started to make more female Sonic characters playable. Like you had Amy, and then you had Rouge, and then Cream came like right after Rouge, and then the final one was Blaze, and they haven't made another one since.
Yeah, I kind of do hope they make another one. Another like playable character. The female character.
Maybe Trip? Question mark?
Ooh, maybe. I don't know. Most likely though. Because Trip doesn't seem like a bad, like a villain.
Yeah, I'm not getting that vibe. Thankfully, so yeah, I feel like Amy should have been. Because what really sucks is that, and maybe it's because like CD was like the earliest second game in the series, but what kind of sucks is that all the other male protagonists got to be playable in their own games, in their own respective games. Like Tails was playable in Sonic 2, Knuckles was playable in Sonic 3. If you take Mighty and Ray, they were playable inside of that Sega Sonic game. Like the characters got, were respectively playable inside their own games, but Amy didn't get that, and that sucks. Despite the fact that I think that she's in like most of the classic Sonic games throughout the spin-offs and everything else like that.
Yeah, she is like. I'm trying to think. Like I think she's in both Drifts. She's in Fighters.
She's in R.
Yeah, R.
She was in Knuckles Chaotix.
Oh yeah, that little like cameo she was in that.
Yeah. I feel like I'm forgetting something else, but yeah, it kind of pretty much like covers a fair amount of them, honestly.
Let's see, this is 3.
Now, as far as Metal Sonic is concerned, this is his first best appearance. I'm kind of mixed between Heroes and CD, because I feel like he was really well done in CD, but I also feel like he was really well done in Heroes, so, this is honestly the peak, or near peak, of Metal Sonic, and, yeah. After that, he becomes, like, mid.
Just another roadblock for Sonic T-Hedge, just like the special stage.
Yep, just another robot for him to go ahead and beat up. But, you know what, the thing is that I feel like, as I said in our conversation before, where it's like, he would have been... I feel like he should be marketed as Sonic's rival. But, like, Knuckles and Shadow are consistently marketed as Sonic's rivals, and it's annoying. Because, like, Metal Sonic actually has something to rival Sonic in, whereas Knuckles and Shadow do not. That's such a controversial opinion by saying that Knuckles and, what's his name? That Knuckles and Shadow aren't rivals to Sonic. Like, people actually have a problem when you say that.
Oh my god, bro, you're gonna get me like... You're gonna get people throwing rocks through my windows, seeing these hot takes on my stream like this?
It's not, you see, a hot take would imply that it's an opinion. This is the truth.
Oh, you're gonna get, look what happened, bro, and then I got hit, bro, like, it's already starting. I'm gonna have to duck and cover.
I think, you sound low and shit.
I sound low?
Yeah, you sound like the game's audio is like overpowering you.
Let me see. I could probably just fix that in post, but I can, like, let me see. Let me kind of turn myself up, or maybe turn the game down. a smidgen.
Like,
Metal Sonic.
Metal.
I'm not gonna get your thing killed. Listen, there's only two male rivals for Sonic. That's Metal Sonic and that's Jet. That's it. That's all.
Oh, I know you're gonna say Jet. I was about to say, what about Jet?
Yeah, Metal Sonic and Jet. Those are the two male rivals.
That's the GOAT Jet.
Oh, that's supposed to
And
be
I remember
fast.
someone said that someone was commenting to me that,
Let's
and
see.
because they said that they were talking to someone else saying that they wanted a female rival for Sonic, and someone else said that, well, we got Blaze, and I'm just like,
Eh,
no, we don't.
she's not really a
Blaze isn't a
rival.
rival to Sonic.
She's more like a parallel or a
I
Yeah.
thought Blaze is like a parallel
Yeah.
to Sonic.
It's an ally. That's a friend. Not that's not a rival. Because the thing is that I don't know if it's them confusing like rival for like rivaling in power. That's probably what they're confusing it for. But I'm just like, you have to establish what do they rival like Sonic in? What do they want to be better than Sonic in? Like, can you name me what Knuckles wants to be better than Sonic in? Anything? Like in the games?
let me see. I mean, they kind of just don't get along really sometimes. That's like kind of it. Let's see.
Way to go, Knucklehead.
Way to go, Knucklehead.
Like, that's it. And then if you take Shadow, their initial thing like died in, you know, SA2. It was kind of settled from there. Like I had someone say, a popular YouTuber in fact, that was just like, well, how are they gonna say it's Sonic rivals? Well, how am I gonna go ahead and say that Knuckles and Shadow aren't rivals of Sonic when they had a game called Sonic Rivals? And I'm just like, they had a game called Sonic Heroes.
What the
but
hell?
Sonic's not a hero, so. Did you get got?
I teleported it in the wrong place, I guess. See, it's already happening, bro. The bad juju is starting to affect me.
That's so wild. You're gonna blame me for that?
Listen, this never happened before. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh,
Come on,
okay.
attack.
No, I'm not.
No.
Attack.
And speaking of having bad,
No, did I like?
will, alright?
Like, no, we're not gonna go ahead and say that that was bad, Juju, bro. Like, clearly, the gameplay,
The
we
game.
improved upon it.
Get you on the beat.
I literally eat these games for breakfast.
That is true. You are better at classic games than I am, but, you know, that's where we differ.
Mm-hmm.
Believe from playing Teak on stream at one
I have classic and you have modern. Together, we are like unstoppable, unrivaled.
Exactly.
modern.
Yeah, that's exactly it. I got all. I mean, I have a lot of stuff about the classic lore, so like, I guess that's my contribution. The only classic game that I have like fully completed, like even with the Chaos Emeralds, is Triple Trouble. That is the only game.
Who the fuck?
That is the game where we saw Fang the sniper for the first time.
You mean Fang the Hunter, right?
The sniper.
Yeah, we can't have sniping in a kid's game.
Ah yes, the ugly ass character, nigga. Let's get it.
You hating, bro?
Bruh, nobody talking.
No.
Like, so
It's got a cool hat.
yeah. You said he let the intrusive thoughts run.
I mean, it'd be like that, you know? You just start thinking at night.
Something I can't do. Let's get
He,
it.
he was thinking on video.
You know, it happens sometimes.
Back to Metal Sonic. He, I feel like Metal Sonic, honestly, with CD and with Heroes, those are his best appearances, but outside of that, he just becomes a glorified motorbug. It's Eggman's favorite that he just keeps on fixing for some reason.
How can you forget his best appearance in Knuckles Chaotix, when he like torches that city in the bad ending? That was pretty.
Oh, Metal Sonic Kai.
That was pretty raw, not gonna lie.
I love Dragon Ball Z.
Oh yeah, so that actually has lore as well. Did you know that the you know in the manual it says that Charmy was 16?
Yeah, I think like
Go ahead.
I was gonna say apparently like the US and Japanese manuals have different like stories.
Yeah, so here's the thing. It turns out that that was actually a typo. He was always supposed to be 6. And I have checked out the differences in the stories. So here's the thing. Like, if you wanted Knuckles to have, like, more endeavors with the cast, you could legit just be like, okay, something was making the Master Emerald, like, chime, I guess.
It starts
Was making it act
buzz loudly like a
exactly.
like a bad microwave.
Exactly. So then Knuckles goes to investigate because that's actually why he's inside of 3D Blast. He went to Flicky Island with Sonic and Tails, and that's really the first time that quote-unquote Team Sonic was assembled.
What an adventure to do it with.
Yeah, so they went and, and that's why he's there as far as, the special stages are concerned. Because apparently there was something going on with the Chaos Center. So, I mean, if they want to include Knuckles into stories without just grabbing him and then just having him just randomly join up on adventures like Heroes, you can legit just have him say, well, the Master Emerald was making some weird noise, so I had to go investigate.
Yeah, that shit got annoying, or I gotta fix it.
And like, apparently the story of Sonic Blast was like, Sonic had a Chaos Emerald that he was just like, throwing in his hand and everything was like chill, and then like, Eggman just blasted it and like split it into pieces.
Oh, nuts.
And then Sonic was like, what the frick? And Eggman was just like, take that, Sonic. I went ahead and split the Chaos Emeralds into pieces. And then Knuckles just show up and he's just like, do you ever stop talking? And then, as far as Knuckles being inside the story, well, inside of the game, it's because Knuckles feels as though that Sonic can't handle the situation, which is why he is also playable.
Wow. Like, do you know who I am?
No.
Do you? Bro, I saved your whole island like once, twice, once.
That was Sonic T Hedge, bro.
Exactly,
Putting
bro.
them down, buddy.
That's Sonic Tyrell
And then
Edge.
Sonic,
Sonic
didn't Sonic, and then in Sonic,
I'm gonna drown.
or
One
he just
No.
decided that. Please don't tell me you drowned.
I'm embarrassed. I can never show my face around the.
This is the first time you drowned in this.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's the curse.
Oh,
I'm not even talking about bad days.
It's too
I'm
late.
just talking about forward.
It's permeating in the air now. It's all in the atmosphere. Continue.
Get out of here with that. So, for the story of Sonic Art, Eggman just launches this announcement across the world where he's just like, yo, I got this World Grand Prix. Go ahead and be there or be square.
Ah, yes.
And then he had a bunch of other characters like Knuckles who just decided to show up and was just like, I'm gonna beat Sonic. And I was like, really, for real?
Serious right now?
If they ever did want to go ahead and involve Knuckles inside stories with having him show up without it being like, Oh, Knuckles, aren't you supposed to be on Angel Island, like protecting the Master Emerald? You can always have him be like, I went down to go ahead and find out what was going on because it was messing with the Master Emerald that was giving me a migraine. So.
That shit was loud, bro.
So, or you could go by my personal headcanon. I like to believe that when Knuckles comes down from Angel Island to be like with Sonic, like he did in Lost World, he got the Chaos to go ahead and watch it.
He has like one of those Ring doorbell cameras on the Master Emerald.
Yeah, precisely. Although that's not good for Ariel.
Like, you got, like,
If it's like
got multiple cameras on the island. Put on like a tree or a rock. It could work out.
the funny thing is that in Sonic, in that Sonic VTuber series, they have Amy actually watching the Master Emerald so Knuckles can show up to do an interview with Sonic and Tails. So, that just gives a little bit, of credence to my headcanon of, if Knuckles trusts you enough, he'll let you watch and guard the Master Emerald while he's gone.
It's like pet
And
sitting.
like, because forget what they say, I'm considering Knuckles chaotic canon.
Let's go.
I'm taking like Knuckles. If I'm taking Knuckles chaotic, they had a ring bond, like literally. So he obviously trusts them enough. I mean, we went on an adventure together, so I would think that he trusts them enough to go ahead and watch it. That's their side job when they don't get enough missions to go ahead and become, when there's no detective work on them.
Oh no. Remember what I said about Special Stage 5 being the one that kicked me in my face?
It kicked you directly in your cheek.
Yeah. I didn't die, I just restarted it.
No, I mean you didn't dodge the...
Duck? There's no ducks here. Oh my god. Let's see.
So it's crazy to believe that Amy is 30 years old.
She looks good for her age.
One of the oldest characters. Apparently she was technically made in 1991, but then she was like actually put into the game. And there's a lot of concept art with as far as Amy was concerned, as far as what was her role was going to be inside of the CD. Like there was actually concept art where she would end up following Sonic throughout the stages, which kind of lets me know that she was going to follow Sonic like she typically does in Palm Tree Panic before they decided to change it to have Metal Sonic kidnap her so early on. Which kind of lets me believe, because she was supposed to be like a cheerleader for him,
I get it. Oh my god. I should not be struggling this much. It's one. Get over here, bruh. Wait. I can't believe this. I was right there, man. Alright, it's third time's the charm. 3 is the magic number. 3 strikes and you're out. What else did they say?
The Three Musketeers.
I haven't had a 3 Musketeers in like years.
Try Butterfingers.
You know my stance on Butterfingers. I mean, Verbos can't even have them.
What's your stance on butter?
I despise Butterfingers.
Shoutouts to Amy in the Sonic manga comic, with Mickey the Hedgehog.
Yeah, my favorite character.
Sonic the Hedgehog acting as the alter ego for Mickey the Hedgehog.
Okay, extra time. It's just you and me. It's just you and me. What do you mean I didn't hit that?
What is this? Like,
Where are we?
this is so weird as a special stage because like the rest of them were at least in like mazes and then like half pipes. But what are you hitting? What is this right now?
You know, just hitting some UFOs.
Why? What's wrong with them?
They shouldn't be here. I always assume these are like Eggman's UFOs. Once you destroy them all, you get the time stone. You know, something like that.
I have a little bit of headcanons about Little Planet.
Do tell.
Well, I like to believe that what we do know about Little Planet is that it shows up once, it shows up once in the year, in like 1 month, and then it doesn't show up for the rest of the year. I like to believe that Little Planet, not only does it show up once in a year, but you don't know what month, day, or hour it's going to show up, and you don't know how long it's going to be there for. So I like to think that it could be there for, the minimum amount could be there for 1 day, and the maximum amount could be there for 3 days. So that's the thing. You don't know how long Little Planet is going to be, at Never Lake. And once you don't know that, and I like to believe that's the reason why that no humans or anything else or anyone else has really tried to go on to Little Planet, because if you're on Little Planet and that time runs up, you're going back into space.
You're just stranded, bro. That's terrifying.
You are going straight back into... That's what happened to Metal Sonic. He went back into space. But at least Metal Sonic could, fly.
Yeah.
But he could fly through space, so he was fine. Shout out to Sonic 4 Episode 2. But, if you are on Little Planet and it decides it's time to leave, GG's. See you next year.
Good luck.
The most you can hope for is hope that that Little Planet shows up in December and then it disappears, and then the next year it shows up at January for the earliest. That is the most you can hope for.
Being stuck on Little Planet wouldn't be so bad. You got got some nice scenery at least.
That is true, and if you're in the good future, you got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I think Wacky Workbench turns into... I don't think it was Wacky Workbench. One of the stages turns into a toy factory.
That's Wacky Workbench.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh my god, my eyes. Oh.
What's up, Henry?
Howdy, welcome to the stream. We're talking Sonic the Hedgehog compact disc for the Sega compact disc system.
Oh, that stands for wow.
Yep,
Oh,
that's right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
don't see a slur or do
Okay.
or don't.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up.
Were you going to say one?
No.
I mean, I might, because these special stages make me irate. My brow is
So,
furrowed.
So, yeah, so that's why I believe that it shows up for the maximum amount 3 days. It stays for only 1 day. Or the minimum amount is only 1 day. We don't know the hour, the exact time it's going to go ahead and show up. So that's why it's very risky to go to Little Planet, because you don't know if it's going to be for 1 day, 2 days, or 3 days. And even if you're there for 1 day, that's still not enough time to really dig into like its resources or anything else like that, which is practically why Eggman had to chain the planet to a mountain. But so that's why I figured that nobody really goes on there that often because of the high risk factor of Little Planet saying, okay,
I'ma head out.
my planet needs it. So, fun fact, in Sonic Adventure, the Japanese script, there's actually a little boy NPC who referenced Little Planet and Sonic's Adventure on there.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember seeing that like in a screenshot somewhere.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and say Sonic 4 is not canon because if you played Sonic 4, then you know the fate of Little Planet, and we can't have that. So.
Yeah, I don't think Sonic 4 is canon anymore.
I literally forgot that game exists until you brought it up.
I'm upset that we didn't get episode 3. I'm like, I don't like it when stuff is left unfinished, but we're pretty much not gonna get it. So, yeah, that's not canon. Sorry.
Unforked.
I hate stuff like that.
Gosh, can I do this with the bubble shield? Oh, I guess so. Got him. Yeah, the bosses in this game are quite odd. You know,
Oh yeah.
Hmm?
Thoughts on the music?
Sublime. Easily my favorite soundtrack in the whole series.
Wow.
Mm. Yeah.
I don't think there's a song I don't like. Even the songs, they're like, I'm at neutral at best for the Japanese soundtrack of CD. And then you wait.
I was saying like my favorite one was like the Act Clear version from like the English version from CD, because it sounds like you're watching a news the news channel.
Oh, yeah,
The intro.
it is very like triumphant. Like, dang, I did it. I saved the world.
So, yeah, well, I can go ahead and say about this. It's definitely a very horrifying glimpse of what happened if Eggman was actually successful,
Oh yeah.
as we see inside of the Bad Futures, and I think it highlights it the best that Eggman is the representation of overindulgence in technology and the industrialization of the landscape and everything else like that. He is definitely someone who will pump something of its resources until it's completely and utterly dry and then abandon it to go to the next thing. And yeah, I'm sure we know some people that are like that in real life, so.
It says a lot about society.
He's very empathetic about what he's doing.
He's a bad man.
You see, a lot of people think that the whole thing with Sonic is nature versus technology, when in actuality it's not. Sonic really loves technology. I mean, he uses it all the time. The whole theme is that it's about what happens when technology goes way, way, way too far. It ends up affecting people. It ends up really hurting people. Ends up destroying environments, polluting water, polluting the air, ozone layer, all of that. That's what, you know.
The ozone
So I'm just
layer.
like, nah. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's just like, you know, that's what ends up happening. Like, nobody wants to be running around on a planet you can barely breathe in.
Go green, y'all. Like, recycle. What are you doing? I see you over there throwing away that plastic bottle, bro.
I actually took out my recycling one Thursday.
Let's go, bro. The planet thanks you.
Oh yeah, Bliss.
Hmm.
I got good news.
Yes.
Good news. We love good news around here.
I got a job interview next week.
Let's go.
Good.
Oh my god.
That's good to hear.
We love employed people.
Yeah.
Chase your dreams. Chase your bag.
The only downside is like I only have to go like 2 days a week. But it doesn't matter. As long as I get out of the house, that's okay with me.
Get some fresh air. I believe that's time stone number 7.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess I'm pretty good at the game. Aside from those 2 deaths, but those won't happen. They'll be censored.
Are you playing like what was it, the Christian Whitehead version or the original?
The Whitehead version, specifically the PC decompilation with a couple mods. One mod that I really want to show off if I can do it. Oh, nope. It's basically the 2012 version.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
Out of all of the custom, like you know how they make those movesets for aliens out of those fan mods for the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think out of all of them, I feel like the Sonic Air one, Sonic 3 Air,
Does this work?
like fits her
It does.
the best.
Oh yeah, that
I like
one's
that
really
one the
fun.
most.
I think I still have it.
Like I like the Mania, like I kind of like the Mania one. Well, here's the thing. I love the Mania mod for Amy, the sprite that they did for her, because I feel like that's like one of the best fan sprites, if not the best fan sprite for Amy. But I like Sonic Air's moveset that they did for Amy, you know.
It is pretty fun to just like go ham.
Yeah, I really do enjoy it. So yeah, I do feel like, as far as Metal Sonic is concerned, I feel like Metal can make a comeback, but they kind of need to do some like rerouting as far as he's concerned.
I don't like them from the heroes.
Cause like nobody's scared of a robot that can go at Mach 1. Nobody's scared of a robot that can go at Mach 1 anymore.
He's old news. That metal. He needs an upgrade.
Like legit. Like people get genuinely offended as far as that's concerned. Like why don't? And I'm not trying to talk crap about Metal Sonic on his own birthday, but I'm also just like, I don't see why the characters really have to be in fear of Metal Sonic when it's just,
Let's see.
you old news.
Can I do it?
Yeah. I mean,
Here we go. Oh.
And besides, I think I don't know if this was the last game Wizard played or was Sonic Rivals 2, where it was the partners that were Sonic and Tails, Knuckles, and
I think it was Rouge? It was like Knuckles and Rouge, Silver,
Yeah,
Espio.
yeah, Silver.
In Shadow of Metal Sonic.
Okay, yeah. By Wolf, but it also had one of the best theme songs in Race to Win.
Race to win, race to win, race to win, race to win. Now it's time for everyone's favorite level. Who's hyped for Wacky Workbench?
Well, if you were in the past, you could find the statue.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever found the statue either.
It's like near some slope. It's like behind a slope.
Let's see.
So I remember someone talk about the Sonic CD iceberg, and then one of the things was like, Sonic is actually Metal Sonic, and I'm just like, wait, now how did we reach this conclusion?
He's a Sonic from the future. Oh my god. You know what, I'm just gonna go up.
So like,
Or do here.
so like Sonic got like roboticized?
Yes, he got caught lacking. You know how it is. It is going to be a task trying to get to the past in this level.
You're literally built for freezing, you know that?
That is true, but Wacky Workbench, it's no joke.
Just a whacked out ass workbench, like.
Let's see. This is where the level design starts to get wacky. Oh,
Oh yeah.
let's see.
That
Loading.
is
Oh.
Yeah, another thing. So, something that I do love about Sonic CD is the fact that the good future does not just stop the progress of technology. It uses it for, you know, it continues to be used for good. Like if you see inside Palm Tree Panic, there are some pipes that have water, you know, coming out of them and everything else like that as far as machinery is concerned. You know, that with Wacky Workbench, it turned into a toy factory. One of them turns into like I think some type of water plant. I forgot what stage it was.
Tidal Tempest.
Yeah, turned into a water plant, which is showing that the whole thing of nature and technology can live in harmony when, you know, you stop being abused. Now, I remember someone was saying that Sonic jumping into the good future was a representation of like Sonic seeing nature and everything else like that, and Eggman seeing technology and how both of the things that they want can go ahead and be in harmony. But I'm just like, but that doesn't work because Sonic has always liked technology, so don't try to give that credit to Eggman. Sonic has always been into the solar punk theme, if you know what that is.
I don't.
Solar punk?
Solar Punk. Solar Punk. I don't think I've heard of it.
Let me go ahead and look up the definition. Solar punk.
I almost made the same mistake. Because I think this is like one of the only past signs in this level. It's the only one I could find.
Solar punk is a artistic movement that envisions and works towards actualizing a sustainable future interconnected with nature and community.
Oh, I see. I see now. There we go. I don't know where I'm gonna end up, but
said the solar represents solar energy as a renewable energy and an optimistic vision of the future that rejects climate doomerism, while the punk refers to the countercultural, post-capitalist, and decolonial enthusiasm for creating such a future.
Gotcha. Actually, I think the sign's this way.
So yeah, it's pretty much. So yeah, it's pretty much nature and nurture being in harmony.
There you are. There you are. Now I can get out of this godforsaken level with this amazing song. It's probably my favorite past song in the game.
Now, honestly, I really do like the Japanese version of Stardust Speedway Good Future the most, but there's something I really like about the bad future in the US version for Stardust Speedway. I really like that version.
It's got a good bass. You know what? I'll be the one to say it. The US soundtrack is great too. There are a few tracks I really love. Wacky Workbench being one of them. Which was the other one? Tidal Tempest. It's another great like US theme.
What was the one that go?
That's Wacky Workbench.
Okay, yeah.
So you wanna know what the thing is? I think with the US version, it was trying to. This is just kind of how it is in general as far as the marketing for Sonic back then was concerned. Is that it was literally trying to go for like a bad, that the stuff in the future was like really really bad. Whereas like in the Japanese version, it's like it's bad, but the melody doesn't necessarily reflect it. They're essentially taking a more creative route with it, whereas, the US is kind of just like, this is bad, this is good. I mean, you can tell with the boss theme that they used for the US version. Like, someone was on some stuff.
I don't know. I don't know what they were doing, bro. Trying to traumatize some kids. I respect it.
That was horrifying. Like, what is going on here? But like with Eggman's theme, it was like more like jazzed up inside the Japanese version, which is kind of like, it's still like a threatening theme, but it's more jazzed up, where the US version is more literal of, this is bad.
Like a do-lapping,
He's gonna kill you.
Exactly.
Something that I did find interesting, as far as the, what happens when you keep Sonic waiting for over 3 minutes, is that some people say that he kills himself, but I'm just like, he actually doesn't, he just jumps off a little bit.
Yeah, he goes home.
I wonder what made them implement that for only one game.
I don't really know either. They were just like, hey, you know what would be funny? If we did this.
And I mean, hold on, how do I think about it? Because after Palm Tree Panic, if Sonic jumps off of Little Planet throughout the rest of the stages, that's pretty much him just saying, yo, F that girl that got kidnapped, I'm out.
Yeah, man, he can't, Sonic, man, you can't stay still for very long. You gotta keep on moving. Gotta move on.
But he didn't do this in the rest of the games. Before, he would just glare at you, like, what the frick, you gotta move. At least with Sonic 3, he just points forward, like, come on.
His time is precious.
Come on. Another idle animation that I like that's very underrated is the idle animation in Sonic Lost World, where if you don't hold the dive button when Sonic's like in the air, he'll like turn around and look at you like, what the frick are you doing?
Oh my god.
Like, he's just following, and he's just like, "Are you not gonna push that button?" But yeah, he just jumps off a little planet. He doesn't like boom though.
I'm
So
out of
he
here.
keeps- So basically, he just jumps off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He leaves.
Yeah, he's like, "Bye."
And basically, and wow.
And it's game over. And if you're playing the US version, I'm sorry you had to hear that.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry. Cause I'll probably be alongside them people laughing at the player.
Oh, here's that toy factory.
I will say that Palm Tree Panic, the Japanese version for the first stage, is pretty horrifying.
Oh,
Like how the yay ends up being distorted and everything else like that.
oh yeah, that really puts in perspective, like, damn, this shit kind of messed up for real.
Yeah.
You gotta stop that Eggman fella before he, like, hurts somebody.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy that Eggman, it's not even crazy, but shout out to that statue in my workbench in the past, but in the bad future, Eggman puts the statue of himself right there, which is just showing that he got no respect for, like, any type of history.
This man is he's a real piece of work.
So it's kind of crazy when you think about it. It's like, again, when you see that picture of Sonic racing Metal Sonic through Stardust Speedway in the bad future, and you just see the tower of just, you know, Eggman's face in the background. It's like that, you know, picture insignia. That look for himself is actually very, very terrifying. You know, Tails Tube said that Dr. Eggman was still the worst and highly dangerous menace to the planet. And it's just like, it's freaking true. Like, homie is crazy.
We gotta get him out of here.
I mean, Sonic tries to kill him in Sonic CD, but he's unsuccessful.
He did throw that rock. Ow!
And,
That rock, bro.
and the rock was just and that rock just ended up blow his ship up.
Yeah. But he lived. You know, Eggman, he'll always come back.
That's why I don't like the... No, I'm not saying that Sonic is going to become like Red Hood and like take a gun and just like shoot Eggman down the street.
That'd be kind of fire.
But Sonic really doesn't care about Eggman's well-being, and it's just like, I don't know if Sonic fans really know this as much as they should, but if Eggman died or like disappeared forever, Sonic wouldn't care.
He started
He would
emoting.
not. He would not care. He would be fine with it. Like, people talk about how he got away, how he lets Eggman get away, but I'm just like, in Sonic 1, you're able to hit Eggman so that he crashes into something. In CD, he literally blows up his freaking getaway ship. In 3 and Knuckles, the death egg pretty much drops, and I don't think anyone is expecting someone else to survive a drop like that in space. When Chaos shot Eggman straight out of the sky, Sonic was just like, okay.
Like, damn, bro, that's crazy.
When the Chaos decided that they want to go ahead and beat up Eggman, Sonic was like, okay. I mean, being fair, he already left by that point, but still, I highly doubt that he would stop them. When the ship in 06 was crashing, you know, in Sonic's story, Sonic grabbed Elise and just ran out. He didn't tell Eggman anything. He was like, okay, he dies, you know?
If he dies, he
I mean-
dies.
I mean, he saw that ship. When he first saw the ship going to go crash, He said Elise, and that's all he said. He did not give a frick about Eggman dying.
Elise!
Well, I miss. Well, I
uh,
played the most.
we're talking about the fact that if Eggman died, that Sonic wouldn't care because he doesn't care about Eggman.
He started emoting.
Boom in 06.
I believe it.
This ship's,
Exactly. We were just talking about that.
this ship's about to crash. Too
I
bad.
didn't see Sonic feel bad for
Eggman.
Eggman when he was more concerned about it.
Exactly. And then if you take Unleashed, where Dark Gaia knocked him out of the freaking air, and
And
how
just
did
kill.
Eggman escape from the planet's core? Hello.
I'm saying, bro, he always comes back.
But yeah, he knocked him out, knocked him away, and that was fine with him. And then if you go to Sonic Colors, Eggman gets sucked in by the black hole when you know the amusement park is crashing, and Sonic doesn't care. And then if you take Generations, Eggman gets stuck in a white dimension, void, wherever the frick pocket dimension that is. Sonic doesn't care. And then if you have Lost World, Sonic straight up takes the exhaustion hose out of Eggman's jetpack, so then he falls down to the planet.
Kinda raw.
It's like some Looney Tunes stuff. Eggman's like, what is wrong with my jetpack? And Sonic's just like, it's probably because I took the exhaustion hose out of it.
I took that shit, bro. That is like some Bugs Bunny type, like, Bugs Bunny timing. That's not Bugs Bunny.
So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this.
Give me that shit, nigga.
You did a terrible impression, CJ.
Yo, Lost World. I was looking at the cutscene for Lost. I was looking at the cutscene for Lost World on Twitter, and I'm just like, that game had the most like. I don't even know how to describe the cutscenes in that game, bro.
I still say my favorite one from Lost World.
Which
Best
one?
scene from Lost World?
Go ahead.
What's the scene where Sonic? Who's the girl's? Was it Xena?
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite, Xena.
I just like Sonic's response. Sonic's response was like, "Oh, I'm sorry that I disturbed you. That's better." And Sonic wasn't finished. I'm so sorry that you absolutely have nothing better to do in your whole life.
Oh my god, bro, you was so raw for that, bro. I stood up and applauded.
Okay, but like take for like example when like Sonic is talking to Eggman about how many factories that we have, and it's just only a table with this dark behind. Like there's only a couple of lights in the air, and they're just talking in this dark behind room.
Damn it. Oh no. This is literally the last stage with the Metal Sonic hologram. I don't remember where it is.
You gotta look for it, bro. You got 10 minutes.
I gotta get back to the past. Like in the movie. Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna just restart. It's like the longest Sonic CD playthrough I've ever done.
Well, because you're getting everything.
Yeah, I mean I already got.
How long?
It's usually like an hour. But
Go
I don't.
ahead. Oh,
I usually don't go after the Metal Sonic generators.
So yeah, you gotta
because
go
they're
ahead
too
and
much.
clean up Sonic's name, you know? You gotta clean it up.
Yeah, you gotta get rid of the faker.
Exactly. Imagine those Metal Sonic generators still being on the planet when Little Planet disappears. You gotta clean up everything on Little Planet.
They don't pay me enough for this.
You're not doing this for payment?
I couldn't be a hero, bro. Let's see.
Sonic doesn't adventure for payment.
And that's the problem. Where the bag at? How do I pay bills?
Sonic doesn't pay bills. He doesn't pay bills.
Costs a whole lot of money.
Oh my god, I actually can't remember where
The-
it is. I practiced
The
this.
wind does not pay bills.
The wind.
So I was watching the people reaction to the Sonic Sympathy World Tour concert that's happening right now.
Oh yeah.
And they did some changes. They did some changes to in the concert.
Some changes? Like they changed some songs around?
Yeah, cause like when they got to like the Sonic 3 part, to like the Sonic 3 Knuckles part, that part got like taken out.
Of course. They must have.
And yeah. And the only thing Sonic 3 Knuckles thing related thing that was only in there was Sky Sanctuary. And they only used footage from Sonic 3 Knuckles,
I see.
Generations, and Sonic Frontiers.
Tell them to stop disrespecting Ice Tap Zone.
We can't anymore. We can't use that song. We don't have the money for it.
No. So anyway.
Come on.
I was,
It's right
I was
there.
looking at Madagascar the other day.
Yeah, I was
What a
gonna say,
movie.
how was that movie? How was that?
That. What was the? I'm sorry. It's like the scene where they all get caught inside of Grand Central is like the most hilarious scene in the movie for me.
Mm.
It's just so. It has the most chaotic energy. Like.
Oh,
You got Alex who tackles Marty, and he's just like, I got him. And all the rest of the animals are running up the stairs like, he got him. And then this old lady just says, I got something for you, and this straight up just smacks Melman.
and the
He ends up hitting a clock.
and then you have the penguins. Then you have the penguins just cash lots away, boy. Just cash away.
Guys, we're running out of time. Oh my
If
god,
you
I
go
just got here.
If
Why
you
was
thought the
everyone
first,
just strapped up?
if you thought the first one was crazy, then you're gonna have a ball with the second and third one.
Oh, we've already seen them.
Oh,
They're home classics. I never leave home without it.
I would still say that the first movie has the most chaotic energy out of the other two. The other two are more structured, but the first one got the most chaotic energy.
I can get out of here.
I would say, for those, I was saying, like, since we're almost about to be in the month of Spooky Month, and it's October,
How the hell do I get out of here?
I got a suggestion, and I don't know if y'all will be fine with this, but, if y'all are down for a certain CS on some, on the month of October, will y'all be down to watch the live action Scooby-Doo movie? Mostly
Zoinks!
The first two?
I
Not seen those movies in decades. Jesus Christ.
I think I'm actually stuck in here.
It's soft locked?
I don't know where to go. Or am I dumb? I might be dumb.
Wait, where? Oh,
No, you're currently.
Thank you.
The actors for those movies look just, they got like the perfect casting for those movies.
especially Matthew Lillard and Linda Cardellini.
Let me see.
Cool.
Cause this is.
Cool.
Where am I?
Oh my god.
What is going on? This has never happened to you before.
You know, I'm just
You
restarted.
getting lost in a Sonic game? What's going on?
They literally put me in a room where like I couldn't leave.
Where are you trying to go?
That's a good question, Nintendo.
I love the disappointment in Burroughs' voice. Like, you really got lost in the Sonic game? Like, dang.
Have you played Sonic CD?
Nigga, just move to the right.
Oh, yeah.
How you gonna get lost? Nigga, this is 2D. How you getting lost in the 2D game?
I'm gonna get lost in your eyes if you keep talking to me.
Huh?
Lost in my eyes.
That sounds romantic, but at the same time.
This nigga.
had guns on those monkeys, though.
No context, Universe V.
Never a dull moment.
Yeah.
You know me, never a dull moment. I'm sorry. Wait, no, I'm not sorry. It's Sonic time, bro.
That's his catchphrase.
He's not saying it's Sonic time.
Mm-hmm.
You better not say it's Sonic.
It's Sonic T-Hedge,
But
Connie.
then again, he did say the last two was Sonic speed, and never underestimate Sonic speed. So. But then he's talking about speed, though.
That's pretty much the
I
same
mean,
thing.
Sonic is a real. Sonic is a real thing as far as speed is concerned. Like the supersonic toothbrush head.
There's a Sonic too.
I think his name literally means speed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god, guys. Look who it is. It's me.
It's
Yo.
it's
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong
that
person.
metallic nigga. Oh my god.
It's Iron Man.
Metallic Madness? No, we're not there.
Not after this race.
You gotta take him down.
Alright, watch these.
That's my nigga metal.
I love how
That's
for
Metallica's
to
sound.
complete. I love how in order to complete the stage, you have to let Amy hug you.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
If you actually played the Xbox 360 version of the game, Amy hugging you in the first stage was an achievement.
Really?
Oh my god. I mean, getting a hug from a girl is pretty much an achievement in life.
So a little backstory about
You.
So a little backstory about Amy is that she was told by her cards, her tarot cards, that she was going to have a chance encounter with someone at Neverlake. And Amy already knew about Sonic's reputation as an adventurer, to which if you looked at the lore before Sonic 1, you know that Sonic has the reputation of an adventurer when we, by the time we reach Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 and, the rest of the games. So she hopes that that chance encounter is going to be Sonic. So then when she goes up to Little Planet, because yes, she climbs that giant behind train to go up to Little Planet, she sees that it's Sonic, which is why she hugs him. So no, she is not hugging a stranger.
Stranger danger, y'all.
She-
Like, be careful.
Exactly, because a lot of people think that the cards told her that she was just going to have a chance encounter and that she didn't know Sonic at this point, to which then she would just straight up be hugging a stranger, but that's actually not the truth of the matter. Sonic, she already knows Sonic and his reputation as an adventurer, and she hopes that it's him, which is why when she sees that it's him, she ends up hugging him, and she has a love at first sight type deal with him. So,
This game's starstruck, like, bro. I follow your Instagram, bro. I see all your.
there was no Instagram back in 1992.
Can I get an autograph?
Now that's more like it.
Like, sign my hammer.
We actually did not have that back then. It wasn't until Sonic,
The fighters. I
Sonic
think.
the Fighters when they gave her that. But she did not have that in the manga or in, CD. And the other thing is that, contrary to what Sonic Origins said, with, Tails, Sonic didn't just help him
Tails?
because he caught him with some bullies, bullying him. That's actually not true. So, Tails has also heard about Sonic's big reputation as far as, an adventurer, and he was intrigued by his plane and everything else like that. Now, Tails being an outcast was actually true, because, he had two tails, so everyone thought that he was weird. But,
I can relate.
when Sonic shows up, he's just like, hey, like, what's, he sees Sonic there, and he sees his plane there, and he's just like, he's really interested. So then he ends up following Sonic for like a couple of days. And, like, Sonic is like, kind of just like, I guess I'll let him follow me. Like, at first he tries to outspeed him, but he can't really shake Tails, but then he's just like, I'll just let him follow me. And that's pretty much how we got Sonic and Tails in Sonic 2.
Well,
So
A loving
yeah.
sibling relationship.
I would say like, well, since we passed like the Mel, the Mel Sonic boss fight,
Mm-hmm.
like I know there was like the Sonic 4 episode 2. Like if you have like episode 1 and episode 2, you will have get the small DLC thing called Episode Mel,
Oh yeah.
which basically just takes place after I don't know if I could say, like after the events of Sonic CD and
There
Yeah.
we go.
before the events of Sonic 4 Episode 2, and Mel Sonic gets revived through the power, or how Son Kami Johnny says it, the power of pointing.
The power of love.
I mean, he did point at him.
Mhm. He said, "You."
But yeah,
That
yeah.
Soulja Boy challenge.
and
Because you-
basically the DLC itself is literally just four acts of just episode 1 of just episode of the Forest Zone.
Yeah.
I will say that there were a lot of, well, I wouldn't say a lot, but there were some decent songs in both games. And Lost Labyrinth in Sonic 4 Episode 1 is my favorite song in that game.
Mine
Well,
too.
that and Splash Hill Zone had a good melody, but it's kind of like, it
That's
sounds
it.
like something that would hear on like a Crater Chick commercial. But I like Lost Labyrinth a lot.
I like the White Part action music.
Oh, yeah.
That was in Sonic 4 Episode 2.
Yep.
Because it has like the wearing theme while also acting like a theme park, while have the theme park aesthetic.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Did it ever establish which island that place, where the Sonic 4 games took place? Was it South Island?
I don't know. I don't think they ever
No,
say.
they did. Oh no, I think they mentioned it in the comics. I think.
Then we don't talk about those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
but-
hate reading.
That's not why we no. That's not why we
My
no.
My bad.
Oh my god, final boss
No,
time.
I thought what you heard. It's that we hate reading. It's that those comments suck.
I worked so hard on those.
However, ew, that's ew. However, the Sonic, the Amy Rose and Metal Sonic comic for the 30th anniversary should be coming out soon, and I'm actually looking forward to that because I noticed that the writing for the classic comics are very different than the modern comics. It's as if it's a freaking tradition.
They know what's good.
Why? Why does he get treated better? Why?
He's the OG, bruh.
I don't care. It's not fair. Why does he get treated better?
Also,
Yeah, we're going to hopefully see how that turns out.
also, I think there was also like an anniversary comic that they did for their 20th anniversary for the goes alongside I think Generations, because I read it in a Nintendo Power magazine.
Dang. Remember Nintendo Power? Good times.
I miss it.
That exists?
It sure did.
Yeah.
That's
That
how I
was-
found out about the newest Shantae game, at the time, which was Shantae and the Pirate's Curse. I remember waiting years for that game.
Mink.
That was also my exposure to like some games I did have, like the Super Nintendo, like knowing like what was like Super Nintendo stuff, and Zelda having their anniversary, turning 25. That so.
Yeah. Well, that's another playthrough over and done with.
Oh, you've gotten everything?
I won. Look at Little Planet.
Yay, you did it!
Nice.
Look at Little Planet, man.
Congrats.
Sonic!
All in a day's work.
You see, that's what makes me think that it's sentient. Because why would it do that otherwise?
And there it goes.
And there goes the little ugly ass planet.
Bruh, I can't believe you said
Oblivion.
I
Shut the frick up.
oughta suplex you, bro.
Something that I also mentioned this on my Twitter a long time ago. I said I love how he like puts Amy down like gently, you know, make sure like she's okay, and then he like runs off. You know, just gotta make sure you're alright.
You good, bro?
I love the song.
I love that so much.
Oh yeah, I love this song too. So how long was this? Like an hour and a half? Shoot, man. I don't really have anything else planned.
Well, at least we provided good commentary, you know. I had some nice lore.
I was kind of glad to be joined with you.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys were here.
Finally, I got to experience Peak for the first time in life. Let's get it, bro.
So yeah, here's the
TJ.
here's
you can choose
the
to get on your
comment that I
phone for
made.
free.
Oh my gosh, I forgot what.
Huh?
Is it right here? Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
I just said you can just get Sonic. I said you can just get Sonic CD on your phone for free.
Let's see.
What?
Yeah.
Well, where were you?
This guy.
I was in my cave.
This guy's
Like,
so
that's where I was
2000 and
at,
late.
but- Exactly. And I was born
Let's see.
at the time, I think.
Oh yeah, remember when people discussed whether or not CD was canon because it didn't show up on the elevator buttons in the Mania intro?
Good times.
I remember that. No,
Oh,
not good times.
I don't even remember.
Oh yeah, now that I see it mention it, because they only have 1, 2, 3,
And then
and K.
K. The number after 3K.
And then and then like people were just like, okay, it's confirmed, Sonic 4 isn't canon. And it's like, well, Sonic CD is not there. I'm glad that Amy has gotten more respect over the years. Like they even gone as far to say that Amy being inside of Superstars was because of like, you know, fans wanting her. So I'm glad that she's more accustomed to the main quartet like she should have been, because she's honestly one of the oldest characters inside the series. And I'm glad that she's finally getting that respect.
It's I am greatest player.
I'm back. Were you saying something about Amy getting respect?
Yeah, that she's, you know, kind of part of the main, just the main core quartet. You know, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy. I hate to leave, but I don't really have anything else planned.
Happy birthday to Metal Sonic, to Amy Rose, to Little Planet, and to Sonic CD.
Happy birthday to me.
Yeah, you're not 30.
I could be.
Happy birthday to me, nigga. What you mean? Alright.
You're not 30 either.
Your birthday is far.
You can't prove it.
Oh.
Oh yeah, also, I made this post as well. Here you go, Crimson. I
Let
made
me
this
see.
post as well, too. Yeah, you gotta open the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that's a nice little callback.
But don't ever say that it's not canon.
And that being said, I guess I'll just head on out. Get the H out of here.
Hope y'all enjoyed.
Exactly.
You
like,
better have enjoyed.
Screw Splatoon for a second. Like,
Glad you all enjoyed.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.
Way to go.
now get out of here.
That's rude. Anyways, goodbye, peoples.